Alright Guardians, this is our weekly solo players guide to Nightfall. We do this every Tuesday, hopefully, and Wednesday. We'll have at least one. And we do it with all three classes: Warlock, Hunter, Titan. This is our Hunter variant. If you need a Warlock guide, it is up and available to watch right now as of the recording. And Titan is soon to follow. This week's Nightfall, as you can see, is the Tree of Probabilities. That's one of the new Christmas Cyrus ones. As far as setup goes, we start off with this setup right here. We're rocking Better Devils, Banana SR4, and Telesto. We found out last week Telesto does a ridiculous amount of damage in PvE. It is very, very sweet when it comes to final boss damage. It is so excellent. I suggest you try it out. And then we bring it along Warcliffe Coil because nothing but elites drop power ammo in Destiny 2, and we need to get as much Telesto shots as possible. So as soon as you run out of Telesto shots, equip Warcliffe Coil, or just before you pick up any power purple brick, you put on Telesto first and then switch over to Telesto. We're rocking Orpheus rigs. Provides ability energy for each enemy tethered by Shadow Shot anchors. That's grenades, melees, dodges, and super. I think it takes about 7, maybe 8 enemies tethered to get a full super back, which is very nice. You want to rock the top tether, and then everything else is pretty much your choice. And then once we get to a certain section, we switch over to our Gunslinger with the Celestial Nighthawk, which makes your golden gun shot shoot one shot, but it does a ridiculous amount of damage. Very sweet. And I even messed it up on the boss fight. I hit like his shoulder or something. I didn't get crit shots, so really it only takes 2 crit shots to kill the boss in the final section, which is very nice. I don't think it matters, but I like Knife Juggler. I have since Destiny 1, so I rock Way of the Sharpshooter. And then I prefer Swarm Grenades, but that's really up to you. It does do a lot of damage on the boss. I'm just going to leave it at that. But other than that, let's go ahead and rock this guide. Alright, so this part you can either completely skip all the ads and just kind of run around the outer edges of Mercury, which is fine. Or you can kill everything like I do here. Just be careful because you will start to eventually get swarmed. You'll see me do it here in a few seconds. But just kind of stay back, take your time if you want to, if you kill everything, or just skip, go invis, whatever you want to do. And then we're just going to go ahead and fast forward through this and get to the gate. Once you get here, just come on down here. If you can go invis, probably do it. Otherwise, you're going to get followed by a few enemies. But what I like to do is just pop up here, take out these 2 scorpion turrets. That's usually when these guys start showing up. If they do this, just go ahead and pop back down. Take them out real quick. Doesn't take too long at all. And then once you kill these guys, pop back up. There's going to be an elite major yellow bar health. I think he's a Centurion. Maybe a Colossus. I don't think he's a Colossus though. But whatever he is, he's an elite. Just a few shots from the Telesto will completely take him out. You can just hide behind here and then just kind of duck out and shoot him, just like so. I think it takes about 3 shots. 4 shots. There we go. And then just remember, just before you pick up that ammo, switch over to Warcliffe Coil. Obviously take out that Scorpion tank thing as well. pick up whatever ammo you can find, whatever ammo you need, switch back to Telesto, and then we're going to rock straight through the Infinite Forest. Now we are going to skip this part because it is somewhat randomly generated and there's no point in me making a guide on it, but pretty much what it is you can either kind of take your time, build up points by killing everything, or you can go invis as much as possible, run straight to the barriers, unlock them, and just keep on going and skip everything up until the last section, which we will talk about next. Once you get here though, you will get a checkpoint, so don't stress out too much about dying, unless you're worried about points and time, which in these guides we're not. We're just going for completions. Solo players, it's a lot easier to complete than get massive scores. So what I like to do is take out as many of the Scions as possible. That way when we're running up there, we won't get sniped to death. And then I like to just run over here to the right hand side and just take out whatever legionnaires are following behind us. Just like so. And pretty much we're just going to stay over here and kill everything that comes by us. They will eventually start following down this path. Just kind of kill them as they come along. It's really simple. They'll come like at 1 or 2 at a time. So it really shouldn't be too much trouble whatsoever. And then you're just going to keep doing this until you get a little cue from your director or whatever you want to call that little thing on the side. It'll switch over from disable the barrier to explore the Infinite Forest or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says, but that thing will change. And then if you want to, you can just go invis, or you can just run straight up and go through the gate. Once we get here, I like to shoot my tether, kill as many enemies as possible with it. And, create some extra points with those orbs. You can see we got a decent 700 points right there. And then this is about the time I like to switch over to my Gunslinger class, swap out for that Celestial Nighthawk, just so it has time to generate enough power for my super and abilities for the boss fight. And then pretty much I like to just stay up here and kill everything. It shouldn't take too awful long. If it does, whip out your Telesto. You can take a couple shots of that, unless you really just want to save it for the boss. Though I will say, just before the boss section, there is one elite that you can kill and Wardcliff Quail for full Telesto shots again. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Save your shots. It doesn't matter. Whatever you do. And then, so we're just going to go ahead and speed through this part. Because it's pretty much just standing up here, shooting everything. You can go down. Just thin the herd a wee bit. And then pull out your Sparrow and be on your way. Once you get here, it's just pretty much just kill the enemies you see and then keep moving. So we're just going ahead and speed up this section. Just take your time a little bit. Once you see the ship spawn in, I will say this, you can either run past those enemies or you can kill them all and kill the elite that comes out of the ship and Wardcliff Coil the Telesto bullets if you need them. Otherwise, you can skip them. It doesn't matter. It's literally whatever you prefer as far as time goes. And so we're just going to speed up straight to the boss fight. Once you get here, go ahead and just kill everything in this room. Shouldn't take too long. Usually there's Vex fighting these Cabals, but for some reason, I guess the Cabal already wiped them out. I don't know. But just go ahead and kill whatever enemy is in this room, and then you'll see the Vex guy spawn in right here. You want to wait for a few seconds. The Cabal guy will smash him. Wait a couple more seconds to do damage. As you can see, immune. Once he shoots that blaster, though, you can definitely do damage. Let's go ahead and do that. I think 2 shots with the Telesto get him going. And then some enemies will spawn in. Go ahead and kill them. You can just waste these guys with your Telesto. If you focus on the Minotaur, all these death lasers will go away. So if you want to do that, that is definitely a good idea. That way you don't have to worry about getting hit by them. As you'll see, they'll go away in just a second. And then just take out all these guys. Wardcliff coil the power brick from the Minotaur, and then move on into the next section. Alright, this section you probably don't have your super yet, which is too bad because it could be really useful. But just go ahead and shoot however many Telesto shots you can get off in the boss. And then once these guys start spawning in, all we're going to do in this entire section is run around the map, killing ads, taking cover as we need it. And then killing more ads. Don't really worry about the boss until all the ads are killed. And then you can just focus full-heartedly on the boss. It'll take a few Telesto shots. And then just kill the Minotaur and the Harpies. And then we'll move on into the final boss section. One tip I can give to this is save your dodges. If you're using reload dodge, I think it's marksman's dodge, for when you run out of ammo. That saved me once or twice in this section, so it does really help. Especially if you're not using Night Stalker, you can't go invis. A well-placed throwing knife is really great, or that dodge that will reload your equipped weapon. I wish it reloaded all weapons, but whatever. But yeah, just go ahead and kill everything, and then we'll move on. Alright, so as you'll see, I made 2 mistakes right here. First off, I didn't Wardcliff coil the Minotaur because I, panic slapped him and picked up the ammo immediately as soon as he dropped it, which sucked because I definitely could have just wasted him right here. Second mistake, I didn't wait until he was close enough. I used my super right away. Don't do that either. Wait until he gets in one of these trenches. These trenches are going to be our safe spots, essentially. We're going to pretty much focus the ads and a little bit of the boss as well, but mainly the ads. We're just going to bounce from trench to trench as he comes down into them. You want to wait in these trenches until he's actually in them, and then jump into the next one. As soon as the lasers start spawning in, or start turning on, I should say, You're going to want to be very careful and time your jumps just right, because those things will do wicked damage to you. But go ahead and just kind of stand in the back area. Those are safe behind these pillars. Kill the ads. As soon as the 2 waves of enemies are done, you can just go full force on the boss with your Telesto or your super. If you're using your Gunslinger, make sure, especially if you're using Celestial Nighthawk, you will do a lot more damage with precision shots. So you take a couple seconds to really aim at his head, and you should get him down, like I said at the beginning of the video, like in 2 golden gun shots. So he could have all... Have I used my second golden gun? No, I haven't. But he could be very dead very quickly if you can pick up orbs of light that you're using if you're using Masterworks weapons. If they're out of the way, don't worry about it. Don't stress out about picking up orbs. The main thing is staying alive, doing damage. We're pretty much just gonna like chip away health from the boss until, like I said, all the enemies are done. And then you can just pretty much, this is pretty much like, I would call this a cheese, because he really will just chase you through these trenches. Like you see, he won't do significant damage to me anymore. So that's going to do it for the video. I'm going to let the rest of it just play out. If you found this guide helpful, informative, whatever, and you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Like I said, we do this every single Tuesday and Wednesday, hopefully. As quickly as I can get these done, they will be uploaded. And hit the like button, hit the notification so you know when these videos go live, so you don't have to go searching for them. And what else? Look in the description box down below for the other links if you need other character guides. I do all 3 classes every single week, hopefully. And yeah, until next time, stay positive, be happy, be healthy, live long and prosper, and have a super awesome week.
Do you feel it? The light is back. We're back. Eyes out, Guardian.